The defense showed more unpleasant photos of Travis. Why, and how did the family react?
Well, they showed pictures of him with his back turned in the shower and his eyes closed. And the defense was trying to say that Jodi had plenty of opportunity to attack him then. Why would she attack him after the pictures were shown with his eyes open, looking directly at her? And the family of the Alexanders reacted by being very emotional. They were very upset. Some were crying after seeing Travis up on the screen.
And did they offer any explanation for why she didn't? Was there any other theories promoted?
Well, the theory is that he attacked her, so they're trying to suggest that she didn't attack him when she had all the opportunity.
Lovely. Sam?
Jen, how did the jurors respond to the photos? Did you see what their demeanor was like?
They're very engaged in the photos, just like they were during the medical examiner's testimony and the photos they had then. So they're really engaged in this trial.
Thanks, Jen. Mark, what are the chances of a mistrial? We've had one juror called into the judge's quarters this evening or this afternoon. We've had people being dismissed. I mean, are they going to make it through this trial?
Nobody knows, you know, in litigation, you never know. But I think that they have like 6 alternates, and there's a reason for that, because you anticipate people are going to get sick. People may be exposed to the media reports. That very much could happen. But I think ultimately they'll get to a verdict. Whether they're all going to agree as to the same decision, that's something I'm not so sure about.
Anahit, did you think there was ever a point in this phase of this whole operation where Martinez thought he might be offering a plea deal, or that was ever considered?
I don't think that was ever considered, Dr. Drew, and if I were the prosecution, I would not retry this case in light of the fact there were 4 holdouts last time. It wasn't just one juror or 2 jurors. What I would do is I would offer Jodi Arias a plea deal, life in prison, take death off the table, but there was no way that Juan Martinez was going to offer her that, and now it's going to cost the state of Arizona another $1 or $2 million to go through this retrial.
But wait a minute, Anahit, I understand something. If they go through this retrial, it's going to cost $1 or $2 million. If she gets the death penalty, there's going to be appeals, and it's going to be another $1 million, right?
Appeal after appeal after appeal. So I think it's kind of a no-win situation.
More than that.
But yeah, more than that. Way more than that. Yeah, if she gets the death penalty. But Dr. Drew, I can sort of understand why Martinez didn't offer her a plea deal, because we all saw how passionate he was about this case. He put his blood, sweat, and tears into this trial. And I think taking death off the table would be sort of a concession that he lost, and he wasn't going to do that. And we know the Alexander family, they're very adamant. They want death for Jodi, and the prosecution needs to take that into consideration, and that's
Mark,
why they moved forward.
You were critical of Martinez back when the criminal phase of this trial was underway for the way he invested himself in this. You still feel that way?
Right.
Well, I do, and fortunately we're beyond that, so I don't have to say anything negative about that. But what Anahita just said is the reason why perhaps he shouldn't be making that decision. If he's so emotionally involved in this case, perhaps his judgment's off. There's no question that he believes that she deserves death, and so do many people. That's not the issue. You want a guaranteed life without parole. Otherwise, she gets on death row, 20, 30 years. They always have to live with the fact that maybe the case will be set aside, the conviction will be set aside. You guarantee a life without parole, case is done, everybody can move on and start to heal.
Yeah, but that's not what the family wants here. I get that. Believe me, I'm not even for capital punishment. But in this case, I want what the family wants. Can you imagine this entire time they keep going back and forth, back to court, back to court. They keep seeing these disgusting photographs of their brother, of their son, and then they have to look at the killer's face every single day that they're there. I, myself, personally, would be driven to insanity, or I would want to murder her myself.
Evie?
Right.
Yeah,
Samantha, it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
I get it. I'm speaking from their perspective.
But this is the thing. It's from their perspective, and Sam's correct. They want to psychologically and emotionally move on, and you can't move on because this is one of those celebrated cases, unfortunately, where we take these crimes, these situations, these people who commit these horrible offenses, and we glorify them, we glamorize them. I mean, she has followers, she has groupies, she gets how many pieces of mail in prison, and so this family just wants to end. Basically, it sounds bad, but they want to end her life so they can move on with their life, so this can be done with.
Evie, do you think?
Folks.
I don't think that if they wanted it to be over,
This is not the Wild Wild
Dr.
West.
Drew,
You don't take them out back and shoot them anymore.